Yo, 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 what is going on, everyone? My name, of course, is Matt Jarbo. This is Rustl'd for the 3rd of April, 2013. It's been, wow, a day. Oh my God, a fucking day. It's crazy. It is, um, it's definitely something. It's definitely something going on today. I'm still kind of running through everything in my head. For those of you who don't follow me on Twitter, today's been pretty fucked up, as RJ here says. So there's definitely that. Oh my God, holy shit! So for those of you who don't quite know, who haven't fully tuned in yet, that's fine. We had an incident today. YouTube headquarters, San Bruno, California. A woman walked in with a gun, opened fire, and she then killed herself. Thankfully, no one else was killed in the process. And thankfully, she is no longer a threat to anybody else. That being said, the results of what happened are not exactly what I want. And I'll definitely give my thoughts on that further down the road, because I will be talking about that. There will be a video. So yeah, yes, someone did, as a joke, two people, no, more than two, did try to frame me on Twitter as the shooter. So that was interesting. I'm sitting there, I just put my kid down. I'm playing a little bit of Kingdom Come Deliverance, kicking back. And all of a sudden, I get a notification on Twitter saying, hey, by the way, you're implicated in this ongoing crazy situation. So there's that. And, yeah, I ended up getting that thing done. That was interesting. So I made, I made a tweet, asking for a little help from Twitter support. Didn't realize they changed their name. And of course, verified. Now that caught me a lot of flack, the verified thing. And that had caught me a lot of flack because people thought I was trying to use a tragedy in order to get verified. But there's a reason for that. And the reason for that simply boils down to this. It's a way to cover my ass, right? If I provide Twitter with the proper documents that I am who I say I am, if someone were to make those claims again, which, let's face it, after today, they're going to, then the person, some shoddy journalist, which is entirely the reason behind that. Thank you very much, Lieutenant Dan, for the 10 cheers saying, who knew you'd be the next Sam Hyde? I don't know. Yeah, ultimately it's, looking to cover my ass, because I'm not going to be able to stop people from making the joke, right? Even though it's not very funny, to me, at least. Not every joke is going to land with every person. Let's be fair. But the whole reason behind trying to send someone else after the shooter, is to cause chaos and confusion, is to see if you can trick a journalist into posting that person's info without doing their due diligence. And sometimes it happens. Every time there's a shooting, people are always tweeting at journalists that it was Sam Hyde. And there are many times when journalists will say it on stream. So there's that. So yeah. Essentially that's what happened. So, it's been, like I said, it's been a very interesting day. I almost decided not to stream tonight. I was contemplating not doing it. And then I was like, I might as well, I might as well, because, that way I can at least, still talk to you guys and have a good old time. Unfortunately though, because of, I took me a little bit longer than I thought to get home. I am, not fully prepared yet. I only have 2 things lined up. Everything else is not lined up. So, if there are other stories that you guys have heard about today, you want me to talk about, now's the time to send them over. I can take a look. So, you bet Sarkeesian's in Jack's pocket. Sarkeesian is on Twitter's Trust and Safety Council, and she's worked directly with them multiple times, as has people like Zoe Quinn. So there's quite literally no way my account is getting verified. So asking for it was a Hail Mary. It was just like a, can this happen sort of thing, in hopes of protecting me from being accused of being a mass shooter as time goes on, which now apparently is going to be the case. So that's a lot of fun. So, Did the shooter scream Allah Akbar? No. Not that I'm aware of. Not that I'm aware of. At least I really, really, really hope not. I'm sure by now if the shooter had gone out and said Allah Akbar, we would have definitely heard about it. Right? I'm pretty sure that would have happened. So let's see here. There's not like, yeah, the news today kind of pales in comparison to YouTube. It really does. It kind of pales in comparison to everything going on, which just makes sense. Yep. The Castaway. Oh, cheers 100. Thank you very much. Good evening, sir. Hope you're well. I am something. Well is not necessarily the right terminology. If I am being truthful. Very frustrating today because not only that, there was another incident this morning. I don't want to go into full detail on it, but apparently someone did something to somebody else in my name, and that action has now resulted in the FBI being called, and the FBI is now aware the incident happened, and the FBI is aware that I had nothing to do with it, but apparently I'm to expect a call or the FBI to come talk to me. That happened this morning before the rest of this shit went down. Like I said, it's been a fucking day. It has been a fucking day. It's been a real goddamn day. So there's definitely that happened. That happened. So yeah, not only do I have possibly the FBI coming on my ass over something I had nothing to do with, at least to question me about it for I don't know. If they know I didn't do anything, why they got to talk to me is beyond the point. I don't get it. And then of course, being labeled as a shooter, I've been interviewed by the LA Times. That article came out. There's another longer piece by the LA Times that's coming out tomorrow. BuzzFeed ran an article tonight personally identifying me as not the shooter, so that's good. That's good. I'm happy with that. And yeah, it's been, like I said, it's been a hell of a day. It's been just a hell of a day. So yeah, I did hear about the Miller's probe sending that one lawyer, what's his name, Vander something or another, to jail. Was it someone in JF's camp trying to smear me? I don't know. In terms of the FBI thing, I don't know. There was a video that did get sent to me last night that was sent through Google notifications, where someone was invoking my name and saying that I did something, and that's what it's referring to. But I knew about the video, so when I was contacted this morning by that person, I was like, I'm aware of this. Didn't know now it's gone to the FBI. So that's fun. Yeah, no, the Zeus page, we already know who the shooter is. That will be talked about. So there's that. So yeah, it's been so maybe the FBI wants to know what you know about the person. Right? I don't know anything about the person. I don't know anything about the person. That's the whole issue here. I have no freaking idea about the person. They just said my name. I have theories about where they might have come from, but I have no idea. So there's definitely that. All right. Trying to think. Do I want to talk about Donald Trump sending troops to the... that's a long ass article. I don't really feel like dealing with that one. It's like trying to figure out like what to talk about. Cause I said I got 2 things done. It was kind of a long night. Yeah, the YouTube thing, that's going to be it. The video's not even allowed to be monetized. I guarantee that. So, okay. A lot of people talking about, pretty much everyone's talking about the YouTube shooter. That's going to be it. Yeah, Jesus. Yeah, not much going on. Everything is just, everything is it's just that, holy crap. So, wait, hold on here. Apparently, oh shit. Okay, this is interesting. Oh shit. What? Okay, that's got to go in there. Again, it's about the Nassim, whatever her name is. Okay. So, all right. Okay. We're gonna. Tonight's gonna be a little bit different. I got. Hold on. There's one here about Grindr and saying it's no longer gonna stop sharing its users' HIV status with other companies. So hold on here. I don't know. So Ralph's article on her is 10 of her videos embedded. Yeah, there's a lot of videos. There's a lot of videos. Am I familiar with the affair news and Melania Trump getting away from the affair news for spring break with her son Barron? I don't know. King Numbers. I didn't do a video announcing that I was going to be live tonight. So, hey, Kylord, yeah, I'm okay. Check Streamlabs. Okay, apparently, I thought I logged in on that one. Sorry, apparently I did not. Let me just log in. I pretty much made the decision like at 9:25 to stream, so I'm not as prepared as I'd like. Like as I said, it's been a day. It's been a fucking day. So visited the shooter's website. That vegan shit does some weird shit to people. Yeah. No, I've got the link. I appreciate it. I do appreciate the link on that one, but I have got it here. Okay. Oh fuck me. God damn it. Where the fuck is that at? Okay. All right. Let me try to find the Grindr logo. I'll make a quick thing for Grindr logo PNG. I'll make a quick thing for that. So hard to believe a snowstorm happened in the Northeast this week. Yeah, pretty much. Well, no, it's. I know you changed your name. You said on there you changed your name. I know you changed your name. Let's see. You changed your name for a little bit of time. Vark High. Yeah, I know. Federal Boobies Inspector called. Damn. Is that Varg? Is it Varg saying some shit? I don't know, man. So I don't know. I'm guessing that's what you were trying to say. Let's it be what it be. So let me just grab that one because the Grindr thing is interesting because the HIV thing is actually pretty interesting to me. Why you've got. I understand what they're doing, but we'll talk more about that here if my computer will allow me to work in the way that I want it to. So what's up with you guys today? How are things? Outside of the craziness that's been going on, anything new happening in your world? Hopefully some good stuff. Hopefully you guys are playing some video games. How's Far Cry 5? I still haven't played it yet. I still haven't played Far Cry 5. I know I need to. I know I'm running behind and it's horrible of me. I feel terrible. Haven't played the Far Cry 5 yet. But I've been working on Kingdom Come Deliverance. I'm working on it. Today, I completed some good missions. I took out a whole bunch of bad guys. At this point in the game, I've killed more than 200 people, which I find to be, like, it's meant to be realistic in nature, but it's like, I have killed over 200 people in that game. Like, they were all bad guys. All of them were bad guys. All the people I've killed that were villagers were just, when I went on slaughter runs, and then those didn't save. But I've gotten the achievement for killing more than 200 bad guys, which I find to be, oops, shit, I'm in the wrong one. There we go. I didn't realize I clicked on the wrong one. I thought I had Studio up. Oh, you're finishing Dead Space 1, 2, and 3. That's good. So, you tested out the Logitech Driving Force Pro. How was that? Porcelain says, trying to eat noodles fast, poked a Chanel bag with your index finger while the sales assistant wasn't looking. So you touched a Chanel bag while they weren't looking. So, yeah. Oh, you watched Captain America Civil War? That's a good ass movie. That is a good ass movie. I love me some Cap America Civil War, man. Oh, you wonder something really funny though about that whole shooting thing? One of the guys who made one of the tweets accusing me of being the shooter, apparently got reported into oblivion and ended up getting his entire Twitter account banned. And then he ran to Kotaku in Action on Reddit to complain about me because he got banned for jokingly saying that I was the shooter. I never reported the guy, so I had nothing to do with that, but I thought that was pretty funny. Like, I don't feel bad for him, you know? I just thought that was pretty funny. So, all right. Here's a funny one. This is a title. Teen who thought burning rubber in front of a cop was protected speech, misled by fake news. That's pretty funny. Someone who threw a banana peel at Dave Chappelle is suing him, saying that it wasn't racism. What the hell? So, let's see. Let's see. Okay. Well, you know, we're just going to end up going through that. Well, you know, we're just going to go through that whole fucking article. There we go. That's fine. It's an easy one. So it's like a 4-minute piece. It's a way to kind of end out my day, so to speak. Then we can do shit. We can talk and stuff about stuff and things. Yeah, stuff and things. You guys always stick with me as I'm like finishing up to get my work done. It's you guys are troopers. True motherfucking troopers, man. I appreciate that. There we go. Deleted. All right, that one's good. Cool. Elder Scrolls 6 is a myth. Nah, Elder Scrolls 6 is is a real thing. So yeah. What else are you going to do on your way to work? I don't know. Masturbate? It's a thing. I mean, people do it. I have friends who've done it in the car, which I always find to be weird. I never understood that. I've never understood people who masturbate while they drive. That just feels like such a distraction. They say texting and driving is bad, but I think like masturbating and driving is far worse. So, Elder Scrolls 6 is coming. I hope so. You're going to get Kingdom Come because of me. I hope so. I talk about that game a lot. There's lots of people in the voice chat. Cool. I don't think I'm going to do the call-ins tonight. However, there are new people in the voice chat, newer than usual, so that's good. I'll take that. Yeah, and Missy, people do that. Like, I mean, I have 2 friends that I know have done that multiple times. They'll be like, yeah, I was like driving back from Los Angeles and it just like, you know, there's like nothing to do in the middle of the night. So I just kind of, you know, like I had a shirt from like the gym in my bag and I just pulled it out and like used it as a jerk rag. And I'm all like, but where did you put the rag? And he's like, oh no, I put it in the passenger seat. I'm like, I'm in the passenger seat. No, it's okay, man. Like it didn't get through. Like, I don't care. Did you you fucking clean this shit? Oh no, it's fine. Okay. Like, it's fine. Like, what's this crusty stuff? The weirdest one was when my friend had sex with his girlfriend in his car, in his passenger seat, dropped her off, came and got me, and then told me, he's like, oh, it might be a little damp. And I'm like, you fucking asshole. He was 18. Like, he wasn't even 18. He was like 17, I think. And he like just lost his virginity to this girl a few days before. So it was just like, yeah. It was pretty bad. A friend of yours suggests jerking off in the shower, says the water make nice lube. The water, I don't know if I'd say makes nice lube. I don't know. Some people like it. So, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, that's entirely up to you. That's not my thing. Not what I'm into, man. Not what I'm into. Okay, hold on, Chelsea. Can you send that over to the whatever it's called? I didn't realize I'd close that down. Can you know which one? mundanemat.com/submit. Send that over there. Okay, let's see. All right, so apparently, yeah, there's some shit going on with Channel Awesome has been criticized. That's a lot of info to go through. There's a furry dating site that shut down. That's one I want to talk about probably tomorrow. So, no, I haven't seen the Rick Moranis fellatio scene in Parenthood. So water does the opposite. Yeah, pretty much. It's kind of like, it isn't, I mean, it's basically like, it dries out quick. So then there's friction. Plus there's like desensitization. Always masturbate outside in the forest, never settle for less. So when you drop your seed, you hope that it takes to the earth and your little dirt baby comes out. Furry equals drama equals furries equals drama. That's a fair assessment there, Porcelain. Yes, I agree. Okay. Okay, well, we'll watch this one together. We'll definitely watch this. We'll have to pop it in and watch it. There's going to be a lot to go through on that one. It's going to be a little bit longer of a video, but that's fine. Because I'm kind of coming into the stuff a little bit on the cold side. So, yay. Okay. Where's that at one? Okay, so there's that. And where? Okay, it's that. I'm trying to think of the order I want to put it in. Okay, well. The fuck's my lights flickering? Jesus. Today's is all sorts of shit. All right, let me get this ready. All right. Oh, real quick. Who in here last night was the one that said that they won $100 or $200 at the slot machine? Okay, hold on. SC Drugs Diabetes Money did give $1. And Streamlabs saying last night in Discord was insane, Matt, especially that 60-inch African hips porcelain scent. Oh yeah. And the paw came out and the Apache attack chopper. Also, you seeing a picture of the first grammar Nazi also is my uncle. So did you change your names again? Claude, is that what you changed your name again? So, and we watched the video of that guy getting shot. That's true. We did. And I'm talking about that tonight, actually, but not showing the video because I don't really feel like having my channel taken down. So, and then Lieutenant Dan did use 60 bits here saying, hope nobody takes this fake news and tries to hunt you down like what happened in the comic ping pong. Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, there's enough people out there saying I'm not the shooter that, plus that's happened in San Bruno, California. I live in Washington. I'm 2 states away. So, yeah, no, I think I'm okay. Okay. I don't know. I think it might be a connector. I'm using, an 18-inch ring light. It might have a loose connector. I'm gonna probably move in another light. So, okay, Kyler, like, I was joking when I had made the comment about when you said you wanted the money to like Streamlabs it, right? Like, I was kidding. I just want to make that clear that I was playing around. I was joking when I said that. That was a criticism brought up today by none other than Bearing, who might actually be watching right now. And if he is, hit me up, dude. Tell Sugar Tits to hit me up on Facebook and whatever. And come on in and we'll have a conversation because I saw that little bit about me today. So there's that. Did I see non-fact? Oh, yeah. Yeah, go check out the cunt stream from tonight. So, like the first probably 30 minutes of it or something. That's what I'd say. So yeah, I know the reason why Banana Man is suing. Anubis, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that as everything goes on. So we're gonna talk all about that shit. So it's fine. Bering may have missed the context of that sarcasm. Yeah, I think he did. There was a whole conversation between Sargon and Bering today about the whole incident involving me and the Kumite. And hold on, I did just get a message. Let me see. Doesn't look like it's. Let me clear everything because I don't know what was new. But yeah, like I'm willing to. I'm more than willing to talk to Bering about the whole situation because I know Bering and Bering's my homie. So I just thought it was pretty funny. Okay, now we're fine. Okay, Kyler, I'm glad you knew I was joking. So, oh, all right. It's 10 o'clock. Let's jump into the first one here. We've been up for 35 minutes. Well, about 30 minutes. Okay. Just want to double check the Streamlabs, and we got what do we got? 85 people watching on Twitch. Awesome. And I didn't even post this to Twitter or nothing tonight, so that's good. People are coming in. We're getting more and more and more and more and more, motherfucker. Okay, let me just make sure that is the right one. All right, this one is going to be a lot of back and forth in terms of Firefox, so be prepared for that. Okay, that should be good. Okay. Bring this one up. I'm recording. Okay, remember guys, snaps or traps. And hold on to your butts. There might be some fuck ups here, just so you know. That could happen. So, anyway. Snaps or traps, guys. There's no better way to describe what happened at YouTube headquarters today than absolute tragedy. In the middle of the afternoon, this woman here on the screen decided she wanted to storm the YouTube headquarters office. Hold on, I keep forgetting her name. What's her fucking name? It's Nazim Agdam. Nazim Agdam. Okay. See, I keep telling you, I'm fucking up. All right. What happened today at YouTube headquarters, I believe I'm speaking for a lot of YouTubers here, is the exact thing none of us want. There was a woman, this woman on the screen right here, Nazim Agdam, who stormed the YouTube headquarters today with a gun, opened fire, wounding 4 people. All 4 are expected to live. And then she turned the gun on herself and then took her own life. Now, the situation, to put it bluntly, probably had the best outcome. No one was killed. There are injuries, but they can recover, so that's a positive. And she took herself out. And while this was happening, the rumors were flying about everything surrounding this whole thing. You had people talking about her motivations, that it was in fact a lover's spat, that it was a domestic situation. And quite frankly, many people out there wanted it to be a domestic situation. But you had other people out there trying to claim that it wasn't a female, because the first original reports came out that it was a female wearing a headscarf. And no one wanted, people were thinking this is a false claim. There was reports that it was a man. There are reports like this one here, where a couple of guys on Twitter decided to say that I was the person who was going around and opening fire at YouTube headquarters. Never mind the fact that at the time I was home in my sweatpants playing Kingdom Come Deliverance, having just put my daughter down for a nap. It was an interesting day to have that particular type of accusation levied at me, even though it was meant to be done in jest, so to speak, but this was still an ongoing active situation. And the whole purpose for trying to include me in that was to get some shoddy journalist to say my name on air. Well, as a result, I've now been interviewed by the LA Times. One of those articles is up today, a longer piece is coming tomorrow, and BuzzFeed made sure to publicly note that I am not the shooter. We also know this now because this chick is the shooter, and she has been verified as such. But here's where shit gets crazy with this girl. Because she's got a website. And there's a pretty startling, realization for what happened on there. So this is her site, where she has her Farsi YouTube channel, her Turkish YouTube channel, her YouTube hand art channel, her English YouTube channel, and her Facebook. This girl was seriously into YouTube. Also Instagram for vegan, Instagram for Farsi. And she says the very first Persian vegan TV commercial and vegan music video was created by Nassim and launched through the international Persian satellite television Andisesh TV for the first time in April 2012. She's had other shows in other places. So this girl has clearly been around. But this is the whole point. It says, be aware, dictatorship exists in all countries, but with different tactics. They only care for the personal short-term profits and do anything to reach their goals, even by fooling simple-minded people hiding the truth, manipulating science and everything, putting public mental and physical health at risk, abusing non-human animals, polluting the environment, destroying family values, promoting materialism and sexual denigration in the name of freedom, and turning people into programmed robots. Make the lie big, make it simple, keep saying it, and eventually they will believe it, Adolf Hitler. There is no free speech in the real world, and you will be suppressed for telling the truth that is not supported by the system. Videos of targeted users are filtered and merely relegated so that people can hardly see their videos. There is no equal growth opportunity on YouTube or any other video sharing site. Your channel will grow if they want it to. And here we can see that her YouTube channel, between 2016 and the end of 2016, there's problems there. But the thing to remember about this, though, is that YouTube in 2016 was an insane growth year, an insane earning year. Money was being made hand over fist. There was so much money going around on YouTube at the time, and this is the whole issue. What happened in 2017, I can see angering this woman because of how bad it got, because of how bad things got the latter half of the year, and they were pretty bad. They were definitely pretty damn bad. And I could see her frustration and her anger. And when this first happened, my first thought was, oh no, please don't have this be over the adpocalypse. Please don't have this be over this kind of thing. And it was. At least as far as we know right now, it was. And I'm not a religious person, but I'm kind of praying that they find some other reason. Because I don't want that. I don't want anyone to be so frustrated with YouTube that they go and they do this, because it's terrible. What happened in general is terrible. But if the motivations were YouTube, that is just tough. Because the way I see it is this. This isn't just an attack on YouTube. This is an attack on everybody. It is, in my opinion. One person getting so frustrated that they took a gun to YouTube HQ in order to get revenge on them is a terrible thought, and not one that I want. As much as I criticize Susan Wojcicki, I don't want that. I don't want that to fall at her feet. I understand that when it came to the adpocalypse, it was in fact YouTube versus like a rock and a hard place, essentially. Advertisers were fleeing, demanding certain changes. They had to act. But their lack of communication caused that frustration and that grief. And I talked about that a lot last year and even this year. But let's take a look and see what she had to say.
And filtered on YouTube, and I'm not the only one. So recently, they also attacked my Persian channel, Nassim Snaps. And if you go and check my videos, you see that my new videos hardly get views, and my old videos that used to get many views stopped getting views. So this is because I'm being filtered. And another thing, they age restricted my ab workout video, a video that has nothing bad in it, nothing sensual. Why they did that? Because it got famous and was getting many views. So they age restricted that video to keep it from getting views. I contacted support team and they also said the same thing. There are some inappropriate things in your video. Videos like many singers like Nicki Minaj, Miley, and many others who have sensual scenes, so inappropriate for children to watch, don't get age restricted. But my videos, my workout video gets age restricted. This is what they are doing to vegan activists and many other people who try to promote healthy, humane, and smart living. People like me are not good for big businesses, like for animal business, for medicine business, and for many other businesses. That's why they are discriminating and censoring us. For more info, visit my website. Why these videos don't get age restricted.
Oops. Okay, I'll fix that. So, market. Yeah, that's a thing. I get where she's coming from. I do. I get where she's coming from. YouTube has stifled growth in a number of areas for some people. It does feel like they've targeted you. The whole age restriction thing did get a little bit tougher. Her ab workout video, I don't know why it was age restricted. She had shorts on. She had a white leotard top, it looked like. You can't see any cleavage. She's on her back. It didn't appear sexual at all. I don't get it. But someone there did, and that really angered her. That angered her to the point of where she did what she did. And that is extremely frightening. But not as frightening as this little bit of information right here, where Tina Patel just tweeted out, and this literally just happened. Breaking, just spoke to the father of Nassim Agdam. He says his daughter has been missing for several days. When cops found her in NorCal last night, he warned them she was angry with YouTube. Now, if that's true, if her father knew that she was in fact angry with YouTube, if her father knew that she very much was disgruntled at the company for what had happened in 2017, then all of our fears, all of us who do this as a job, all of us who did not want this to be the outcome, did not want this to be the reason, our fears are realized. I don't know what pushed this person to her breaking point. I don't think we'll ever fully know. Now, as a person who does this as a full-time job, as a person who is now hitting 3 years of doing this as a full-time job and dealt with the apocalypse last year, I get it. Oh, I get it. The frustration is there. There were many, many, many nights where I would just lay in bed awake at night, completely flabbergasted and frustrated and angry because I didn't know what the hell was going on because YouTube wasn't communicating. Now, if I was, and I know I'm not the only one here, clearly, but the difference between Nassim here and myself is I looked at it as an opportunity to learn more about what the platform is growing into. It appears to me that she internalized where things were and started making it personal. It's not personal. A lot of what happens on this platform is not personal. It's business. And a lot of people, because they put so much of their spirit, of their soul into what they do, that it can't, to them, feel like anything but being personal. But the difference between a lot of other people and her is that we chugged on, kept chugging along. And it took her to a place that I could only imagine. And now she's dead. You know, now she is dead. And I'm kind of left asking myself the question, is there anything we could have done, right? Like, not like we, I mean, we colloquially, is there anything we could have done to help prevent this from happening? You know, is there anyone in her life that she knew through YouTube that was being supportive? Or did she just allow it to fester internally to hit its breaking point? She was missing for days. Her dad told the police she was mad at YouTube. And then this happened. Here's my thought on this. If someone you know does this, and they are frustrated beyond belief at what has gone on in terms of the adpocalypse, of ad revenue, of growth, of things like that, reach out to them and tell them things are going to be okay. And then tell them that a lot of it's the algorithm. And if you want to learn the algorithm, watch channels like Daryl Eves, Tim Schmoyer, I think Mark Nimmin. These are people who spend their time understanding YouTube and what's going on. And they've been impacted by everything that's happened too. But their jobs has been to find solutions to the problem. While it's not going to be an overnight solution or a silver bullet to fix all your problems, having a fundamental understanding of the platform and where it's at can alleviate a lot of the stress. And hopefully keep something like this from happening again. So, yeah. Yeah, that's crazy, man. That whole situation is fucking nuts. You'd send her fan mail. People who take it to the man like she did are heroes in my book. The only problem is she shot the grunts and not the board of directors. Oh, whoa, hold on. What would, okay, like let's say if she would have taken out Susan Wojcicki, what good would that have done? What literal good would that have done? The people that would suffer the most from that are people like me and other YouTubers that you watch, because we're the ones that rely on the system. Her being irritated and frustrated and angry, and I get it. But man, nah, that's not the course of action, man. I understand, take it to the man. Fine, I get that. I get the mindset. But pull out a gun and shoot 4 random people before killing yourself? Is that how you really think things will change? Who knows what's going to come down the pipeline now? Who knows what further restrictions are going to happen? If they do, who knows? There are people today saying this was a pro-gun channel that was upset and taking it out on YouTube. Okay, there's only 3 wounded and not 4. I'd heard 4. Okay, fine. All I'm saying is you can't sit there and you cannot sit there and push for this kind of thing. I get your sentiment, but come on, dude. People were shot over money, over channel growth. And and look, don't get me wrong. I stress over these things too. I do. If you've noticed, my shit's entirely changed over the course of the last year, how I do stuff, right? You know, like I get it, but I also know you gotta look past the shit. Like you have shit you have no control over. You gotta look past. And she didn't. At least no one died. No, she died. She died. She was driven to that point, went there, acted, and then killed herself. She's dead. Now, the question then becomes is, should we feel sympathy for her action? For her. In that particular point, being pushed to that brink. So I don't know. Well, knowing that matters. Every life matters, man. Every life has to matter. I'm not saying, at no point am I defending her actions. I want to make that abundantly clear. But you guys who watch me enough, you like to know, I like to understand how people think. But it's hard to step up to a company like that. I don't know what's going to fall out from this. I just know it's not anything good. If this will spark a debate about mental health on YouTube. I mean, the video I showed you guys, she wasn't militant. She was frustrated. I don't even know when that video was posted. So yeah, I don't know, man. It's just some shit. It is just some literal goddamn shit. Okay. Let's see. Hold on, what's this guy's name? Okay, Devin Holmes is the next guy. Okay. Do I think Susan is going to resign over this? I don't know. That thought never even crossed my mind, to be honest with you. That thought never even crossed my damn mind, and it should have. So yeah, it really should have crossed my mind, but it didn't. So yeah, anyway, that's just, yeah, she should step down. Do you, yeah, Christina Grimmie was, I remember Christina, yeah, I remember that story. Yeah. It's just kind of weird to think about. I'm still, you know, like, there's going to be extra security at fucking VidCon. Like, it. What do I say to people who are defending the shooter? Who's defending the shooter? So, I don't know. Okay. Let's see. All right. Hold on. Okay. Let's get into something a bit more lighthearted, like a dude who was killed in a Facebook live stream video. That's going to be more fun, right? Yeah, I don't know if there's going to be the thing for that, more gun control, but I still don't know who to be defending this chick. Okay, let me... In the modern age, it feels very weird to cover events that happen via YouTube live stream or Facebook Live or Twitch. People who sit there in front of countless others who they don't actually see in some weird voyeuristic situation. Very similar to how this is being recorded right now in front of a live Twitch audience. I don't know who's watching or anything else, and I could do anything at this point in time, and they would have no way of stopping me or no way of interacting with me. It's a weird world, which brings me to this story right here, where this woman, Cassandra Damper, is currently in a bit of hot water for shooting her friend Devin Holmes in the head on a Facebook Live video. Now, the video itself, I'm not going to show you. You can go find it yourself. It's pretty disturbing. Essentially, they were playing with a gun. She held the gun, she cocked it, she pointed at her friend's head as if it was like a toy airsoft gun and pulled the trigger. And then you just see blood. And, you know, clearly it was an accident. Clearly it wasn't on purpose. But of course, none of that necessarily matters when the video of this has now gone viral in non-YouTube related spaces. And anyone can watch Devin Holmes get injured. And now he is fighting for his life. And Cassandra Damper was arrested following the shooting at a petrol station. Now, the Facebook Live broadcast shows a man in the back of a vehicle place a handgun between Mr. Holmes and a woman, who say is Miss Damper, both sitting in the front. The woman picks up the gun and points it towards the camera. "You're making me nervous," Mr. Holmes says as he grabs her hand. The man in the back says, "She ain't got no clip," before the woman tells Mr. Holmes, "Say something, bitch," and pulls the trigger, shooting the 26-year-old father in the head. Yeah. Shooting the 26-year-old guy in the head, and I mean, he just goes down. It's pretty intense to watch. I mean, and I've seen a lot of gore stuff, you know, coming out of like 4chan and things like that over the years. But these situations always annoy me because they could be entirely avoided, right? They could be entirely avoided provided, you know, for one, proper trigger discipline was handled, because that was one of the things is when I watched it, I was like, oh, she is just, you know, finger right there on the trigger. And, you know, no knowledge, no gun safety whatsoever. And this particular subject will still elicit the general conversation of we need more gun safety from one side, and the other side will clearly say we need to abolish all handguns. What this woman did, this accident, and I do view it entirely as an accident and one that was 100% avoidable, was not understand a firearm. Her friends who provided the firearm didn't understand the firearm or didn't pay attention. Her friend saying it ain't got no clip. Right? I mean, clearly it, you know, I mean, there must have been one loaded in the chamber still. I'm not entirely too sure how the guns work, but that's what I can assume. And it's just one random bullet. And now this guy is on life support trying to pull through, and we don't know what's going to happen with him yet. But I look at this story and I just can't help but think, like, what would happen in some alternate reality, some weird, crazy alternate reality where we could have gun safety, you know, more, I don't want to say mandatory, but maybe not as stigmatized. Because it feels like those words, gun and safety, are extremely stigmatized in this day and age, right? Because oftentimes people view gun safety, at least on like in some areas, as gun control. But kids who grow up around guns with proper gun safety etiquette, there's not as many shootings. You know, they can identify what a gun is and then not want to, you know, not want to engage with it in a way that's like a toy. Because the way that Cassandra here was holding the gun was essentially like it was a toy, like it was an airsoft gun. It was just something she was all like, you know, pew, 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 until she pulled the trigger after cocking it and effectively ending what life her friend Devin Holmes had. But not only that, she was arrested for kind of tampering with evidence because she tried wiping her fingerprints off of the gun, or tried wiping the gunpowder residue off of the car. Or off the gun. She was trying to wipe that all away. And that's what the cops got her on. And other than that, it's an accident. Clearly the video states it's an accident. Clearly the video shows you it's an accident. But then there was that initial fear that sets in. That fear of, oh shit, I'm going to get caught. Oh shit, this is going to go down. Oh shit, I'm in a fight or flight mode and I'm going to fly the hell out of here. So this is one of those moments where I just want you to think, if you have a gun in your home, if you have a gun in your home, go double check that the thing is put away someplace safe. Go double check the lock on the safe, or you know, go to make sure that it's away from kids. Make sure that the gun and the ammo are separated. Make sure that everything's fine, because the last thing you want is something like this to happen again. And the fact that it happened on Facebook Live is even freaking scarier. Because nowadays, As I pointed out yesterday in the condom snorting challenge video, people will do nearly anything for clicks. Even if it's 3 people broadcasting via Facebook Live in a car playing with a gun. It's all fun and games until someone gets hurt, right? And now we have a guy who is literally clinging to life, and we don't know if he'll survive. So, trigger locks too. There we go. That's a good one. So, yeah, she cocked it and pointed. I know. She cocked it and pointed. I know. We watched the video in my Discord last night. And change your gun safe combo lock. Yeah. Trigger locks are a good one. They oh man, like, yeah. Yeah, I know she was playing with it. I agree. I agree. She was playing very poorly with the weapon. So oh man. Okay. All right. Oh jeez. Man. No, there's more news stories. I got more. Let me double check this one here. Okay. You just watched the video? Yeah. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, the guy too. I've woken up before with a gun on my face. My friend who was in the army came to visit me, woke me up at 6 a.m. by pointing a gun on my face. And, I knew it was him. And yeah, I kind of just like didn't realize, I didn't think I was in any danger or whatnot. But like I woke up, I was looking up like this, and there was just a gun like right here, and then I took it from him. Ejected the magazine, checked everything. It wasn't loaded at all. I handed it back to him, and then I kicked him the fuck out of the room. I'm like, I'm going back to bed. So, but yeah. The next story, be more lighthearted. You guys like Grindr and HIV? Bit more lighthearted. No one's died yet. There's not a lot of lighthearted shit to talk about, man. It's all fucking crazy these days. It's all sorts of crazy. It's just the world we live in, man. So, yeah, let's still mute that guy there. Okay. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens with the whole YouTube thing. I think it's gonna be quite interesting. We'll have to wait and see where things go. All right. I need to do a stupid random story. I got a stupid random story. I do. You once woke up with a gun in your face. The next roommate was running from the the PO and was hiding in the house at 4 a.m. That's pretty funny. I mean, not like in a good way, but in a, the super HIV exists. I don't know. Oh God, Plantaco mature. That's a good one. That's a good reference there. What that's referring to is a script that as a short film that I wrote, that we watched a while back. Why can't I comment on a story about cute kittens being rescued? Because there's none of those stories right now that I've seen. We'll do what we can. So, that's fucking crazy. All right, let me move this one over here, and okay. Grindr. We're talking about Grindr. Everyone's talking. I don't know. I don't. Grindr's for gay guys, right? Like, I'm pretty sure that's for gay guys. Okay. So, One of the things we've realized over the course of the past, I'd say a year or so, is that tech companies are always finding ways to take and then profit off of your data. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the logo on the screen right here, you're probably not homosexual, and that's entirely okay. And if you do recognize it, that's totally fine too. But this is the logo for Grindr, the Tinder app for dudes who like butt stuff. And they found themselves in a bit of a pickle when it turned out that they were actually releasing third-party information about users and their HIV status to third-party companies. And they've now vowed to not do that, and that's probably for the best. So it says here that same-sex dating app Grindr says it will stop sharing its users' HIV status with other companies. After it was discovered, the app was allowing third parties to access the encrypted forms of sensitive data. Grindr acknowledged that information on users' HIV status, including the date they were last tested for the virus, was provided to two companies, Aptimize and Locatix, that were paid to monitor and analyze how the app was being used. Grindr says its users had the option to not supply the sensitive information when they did choose to. Grindr shared the data in encrypted form as part of a standard industry practice for rolling out and debugging software. News that the app was sharing the data first appeared on BuzzFeed. BuzzFeed wrote, because HIV information is sent together with users' GPS data, phone ID, and email, it could identify specific users and their HIV status, according to Anthony Poultier, a researcher at the Norwegian nonprofit Sintef, which first identified the issues. Now, in a point-by-point response on its Tumblr page, kind of funny that Grindr is a Tumblr page, says here that it's important to remember that Grindr is a public forum. We give users the options to post information about themselves, including HIV status and last test date. And we make it clear in our privacy policy that if you choose to include this information in your profile, this information will also become public. Grindr also said that the information provided to vendors was encrypted and that the company has never nor will ever sell personally identifiable user information, especially information regarding HIV status or last test date, to third parties. Now, this comes across to me more of a situation where they got caught, right? They got caught kind of sending out this data, and I mean, you know, they're like, oh, well, we're not going to do it anymore. We apologize. We're pretty sorry here. You know, oh. But at the same time, all y'all straight up signed the document allowing us to make this information public. Now, I'm not too up to date on where things are in terms of HIV openness inside the gay community. I know in California, there's a big push to make this a thing. That's why they essentially decriminalized willfully, knowingly passing HIV or AIDS onto somebody else. It used to be a felony. Now it's just a misdemeanor, right? Generally a slap on the wrist if you are infected with the HIV virus and choose to not tell your partner before having sex with them bareback. I mean, if you go Brokeback Mountain on someone and you pass your disease on to them, guess what? You're not going to jail. That's how California's operating now. And I'm still not for it. I'm sorry. It's just I understand wanting to destigmatize HIV. I get that. But that's not how you do it. And then this particular thing is also not going to help destigmatize HIV, because people who don't want that information out there could have potentially had this information leaked. Now, we've seen, Cambridge Analytica get your data through kind of scrupulous methods. These guys are kind of, even though you signed the document for it, no one ever fully reads all the fine print. So they were still sending off that data, even though it was encrypted. Somebody could have figured this thing out. Not only did it have, your HIV status, your last test date, it could tell you like your phone data, your GPS data, basically who you are. And if some person got their hands on this information and wanted to act maliciously, imagine who they could essentially extort or blackmail if you were to be contacted and you hear this voice going, I know you're HIV positive. I know when you last got tested, Bob. I'm going to turn you in. I'm going to out you on the internet, Bob. Pay me money, Bob. And then Bob is going to have to go and pay money or risk the humiliation of that information going out. And yes, that information would be humiliating, no matter how much California is attempting to destigmatize it. HIV is not as crazy as it was back in the 80s, that whole epidemic has been really toned down, and fewer people are contracting it. And those who are contracting it are living longer due to new, revelations in the healthcare industry, which is good. But that doesn't mean that this information needs to be spread around. It doesn't mean that this information needs to be shared out via third parties. Because as we've learned, Ashley Madison, not safe. Cambridge Analytica was collecting psychological profiles to help kind of target voters for the 2016 election. Not the most safe. Tech companies should not have access to this information. And I understand in regards to Grindr and wanting to put that out there as a safety issue. I am with them on that one. I'm for that one. But at the same time, these are people that, like, you should have never had that data sent out, right? You should have never had that data leave your app. It should have always stayed there, because that is somebody's personal, private information. And the fact that they're sharing it, they're putting their trust into Grindr in order to make sure that they are not maliciously or accidentally spreading the disease. That's responsible on those people's parts. And I think that's very good of them to do. Now anyone coming into Grindr who might be HIV positive won't, maybe they won't say anything. Maybe they won't say that they're HIV positive or that they have full-blown AIDS. And maybe they're not going to care. Or they're too afraid to say something because they don't want that data getting out there. So then someone else, thinks that they're clean, thinks that they're tested. And then ends up going and getting infected. This is one of the problems with tech company overreach. Fine, collect the data, but just keep it to your damn self, and these problems would not happen. Check out the story about the guy who killed a girl and then made her watch her boyfriend murdered, or after he made her watch her. Wow. That's fucked up. The same technology that Cambridge Analytica originally. Yeah, I heard they did that too. Yeah, props to the person who comes out and says it. I agree. You think it's it's so stupid to even do that. It's so ridiculous to even do that shit. Oh man. Jesus. Okay, so we got the last one here. We'll just go through the last one here and everything else. We'll just do that one. Talking about some Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle. Why Dave Chappelle? Oh yeah. I don't know what I'm saying right now. My fucking God, my mouth is so freaking dry right now. It's so weird. I have no idea what the hell's going on. All right. Oh, apparently YouTube just terminated the YouTube channel of the shooter. That happened a couple hours ago, but that's pretty crazy. Okay, let's see. All right. Okay, this is kind of a dumb story, but we'll see how it goes, right? We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, if it's any good. All right, final one, guys. Come on, command sign snaps. Do it, do it, do it. I think it's fair to say that Dave Chappelle is the funniest motherfucker on the planet right now. And he has been for quite some time. And the world missed him from 2005 until 2017 when he finally made a comeback. Long time for Dave Chappelle to be off in the wind somewhere and doing his own thing. He still was doing comedy. He still was touring, but it wasn't as big as it was. It wasn't as big as his glorious, triumphant, magnanimous return to Netflix and the 4 comedy specials he put out in 2017. I love it. I love Dave Chappelle. But I love this story even more because there is a man right now who is currently suing Dave Chappelle because he got into it with him and threw a banana peel at Dave Chappelle and is trying to fight back by saying he's not racist. Yeah. So in Santa Fe, New Mexico, a man who threw a banana peel at Dave Chappelle during a 2015 performance in Santa Fe is suing the comedian and a man presumed to be his bodyguard. Christian Englander's lawsuit, filed Friday, contends the presumed bodyguard struck him twice as he was being restrained. Englander, 33, says the blows caused physical and emotional pain and a loss of enjoyment of life. The suit does not seek a specific dollar amount. Englander, who is white, said he had no racial motivation when he threw a banana peel at Chappelle, who is black. I have to say I quite find that line to be funny. Englander faced charges of battery and disturbing the peace, but were dropped when Chappelle was unwilling to participate in the prosecution. Englander's claim that he was assaulted wasn't mentioned in the initial police report. Chappelle's publicist did not immediately respond for comment. Okay. So this guy's at an event in Santa Fe, New Mexico. 2015. Got a banana. Has a banana. Throws a banana peel, right? I just want to know personally, was he just like, Mario Kart, bitch? And like threw it. Because that would be funny. That'd be funny. But I can understand why he would assume that, why people would assume that that was a racist move. Chappelle is black. You're throwing a banana peel at him. Clearly that's going to, that can be perceived as being racist. I understand that. But at the same time, come on, man. Calm the hell on. What? It's not racist. But what's funny here is that this guy, so he was brought up on disturbing the peace, and the charges were ultimately dropped because Chappelle just couldn't be bothered to give a shit, probably, because that would require him to go back to Santa Fe. And let's be fair, the dude's from I think Cleveland, Ohio. He doesn't ever want to go back to Santa Fe, and so that would require him to go back. He said no. Now this guy is suing them for an unspecific dollar amount. What, and trying to claim that he's had a loss of life from the physical pain that he experienced from getting beat up by Chappelle's bodyguard. I mean, hold on. Look at this guy. Look at this guy right here. I don't think he could throw a banana peel more than 2-3 feet, right? Just look at this guy. He looks so sad. He looks so sad. Christian Englander looks so sad. But it's a thick beard, though. I give the guy props there on that one. So you have him trying to say, I'm not racist, but I'm suing you for an unspecified dollar amount in order to prove that I'm not racist. I'm just an asshole for throwing this particular banana peel. Why? Is it just... Why? These things always kind of get me. They kind of crack me up because they make no sense. But that's where we are. That's where we are. Chappelle has found himself in a legal battle with a gentleman who threw a banana peel at him and is suing him because he's not racist. But then didn't also report any of the physical assault in the initial police report when he was being arrested for the charge of disturbing the peace and everything else. So it goes to show you that this is probably... to me, this is coming across as a gigantic cash grab. This is coming across to me absolutely as a gigantic cash grab. But we'll have to wait and see what the judge says and whether or not the judge will allow the suit to go through. And then, we'll get a story of Dave Chappelle being summoned back to Santa Fe to defend himself in a lawsuit from a guy who hucked a banana peel at him. Because as Don King would say, only in America. Oh, it looks like a shakedown, right? It does look like a shakedown. People have been throwing rotten shit at thespians since the start of the recorded history. Exactly. The lawsuit will be dropped because there was no assault. Well, he didn't report it, so probably, yeah. But you got to love the fact that we live in a country that kind of lawsuit can even come around and shit. That's pretty funny. So Hold on. Hold on. I'm trying to yell at Andy Worski. Okay. Jesus Christ. I swear, Andy Worski. He just, yeah, I know. Just gets more, and oh Jesus, he gets stupider as fucking time goes on. I swear to God. Okay. Like, what? I'll just tell you guys this. So essentially, what happened was, you know, the whole thing went down with the accusation about me being the shooter. Someone responded back with, "That's fucked up." I said, "Internet Bloodsport fans, you know, are like," it brings out the worst of people. Andy's all like, you know, "Didn't you say Internet Bloodsports like causes school shootings?" And then I said, I said I clarified my statement. I was referring predominantly to Edgar Welch, Comet Ping Pong, or Infowars and Pizzagate. And I said, you should know a thing about clarifying a point. Don't just stealthy. And then he just that clearly triggered him because he's been like not understanding anything that I'm trying to say. It's like, the point is, he was accused of something that he had, because of what he said on a stream, he then clarified his point. He's not grasping that. He's just calling me a candid shill and a Gamergate whore, things like that. I don't know. I don't get it. That man is 30 years old and is the YouTube's largest child. It's insane. It's, you know, he wasn't this bad at VidCon, I swear to God. It's just, wow. It's, yeah. You can't fix stupid. I know. That's just, no, that was the thing right there. I got that notification. I'm like, oh my God. I've been dealing with dumb shit all fucking day. That's just like migraine inducing dumb shit, because that's just it, but that's Worski. Do I think he and Trump would be friends? No, I don't. No, I don't. Not everyone grows up. Yeah, that's true. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Because then I had to, what I was typing out was I had to explain it to him. You know, I had to spell it out for him. I should just go get him fucking a Rosetta Stone and hooked on phonics and be like, here you go. Understand English. Anyway, fuck me. Oh, God. Oh. Don't ever talk to people. People are crazy. All right. So anyway, we've got about probably 10 minutes left or whatever. Why don't if you guys got questions and shit, go ahead and ask them. I got nothing. We did all the stories. Logan Paul is YouTube's biggest shithead. Yeah, probably. Oh, old Dwarven Giant says he's 42, makes 6 figures a year and still mentally 12. Yeah, I hear you. There's nothing wrong with having like with having a child, with having fun with stuff, but it's like, you know, when you hit that dense wall and you're just like, ugh. You know, thoughts on Far Cry 5? Still have not played it yet. I might pick it up. I don't know. Like I've got it on PS4, and I have my PS4 isn't hooked up right now, so I might have to. I would kind of tempted to go and get it on Xbox and play it on there. So Kyler, I don't really do a lot of multiplayer much anymore. And I mean, I not to say it won't ever happen, but I haven't jumped into a multiplayer game in a long time. Like we're talking months now since I've even played like PUBG. So there's that. Yeah, no, I really want to play it. I really want to play it because it looks like a lot of fun. And there's like shovels now. You get to throw shovels at people. Is that like the spear technology from fucking Far Cry Primal? What's the over-under that something positive will happen concerning demonetization due to today's tragedy? I don't think it's going to be anything real positive is going to come out of it. I just don't. I just simply don't. You know, it's just that's I don't think there is. I don't think anything positive is going to come out of it. I think we're all going to be you know, it's more mindful. I think they're going to be more mindful for certain things. I think they're going to start trolling through a whole bunch of people. They're going to start looking through videos that are talking about the demonetization. I have a feeling that anything about the adpocalypse is probably going to end up getting demonetized. Anything about this is going to end up getting demonetized. Obviously, the video that I did will be demonetized. Has anyone's ISP informed them that they only have a month of free data left? I haven't got that on mine. I've noticed that, like, they said that they raised my internet speeds, but my internet speeds have actually been kind of slowing down. So... Hold on. Okay. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm going back. I should not banter with Andy while I'm talking to you guys. Anything else on the agenda? No. No, there's not. I went through them pretty quick. The stories are kind of short. The videos are pretty short. That's okay, though. That's all right. There's not much else going on. Yeah, there was what was it? I haven't seen the Spider-Man stuff yet, but there was new video footage of that, right? Is that how things are right now? There's new video footage of that. But I want to go check it out. I keep meaning to. Okay. So, yeah, and there's nothing else going on. It's been kind of a slow day outside of, I mean, well, there's been a lot going on, but like, it doesn't feel like there's been a lot going on. So yeah, I guess on that note, I'll probably just wrap it up. I'll probably jump into the Discord for a few minutes if you guys want to come into that. It's command sign Discord. There's already, what is it in the chat right now? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people. 7 people in the chat right now. So, check that out. And I'll be on tomorrow night, hopefully with some better stuff. I think like news this week has been kind of shitty. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys later, and be sure to check out the Patreon end card here because we have some new people added to the list. All right, guys, I will see you tomorrow.